It's CCSD Today with your host, Erica Taylor. This week, we get an inside look at Mount Pleasant Academy. Hear our exclusive interview with Principal Jane Davis. And meet Teacher of the Year, Elizabeth Smith. CCSD Today starts right now.
Welcome to another edition of CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we're here at Mount Pleasant Academy. During this show, you'll hear from our chief principal and learn all the great things going on at this awesome school. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick.
And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year.
But that won't be me.
Or me. I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Cruise Chevy. You've got a friend in the car business.
Welcome back, and you're watching this edition of CCSD Today, and we're at Mount Pleasant Academy, and I'm sitting with the chief principal, as we call her, Miss Jane Davis. Thank you for joining the show. How are you?
Fine. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much. Now, this is an awesome school. Tell us a little bit about Mount Pleasant Academy.
It is a beautiful school. We have a beautiful site. We have we left our school for a while and demolished it and built this beautiful new facility. So we've been back here 5 years, and we are very, very proud of it. We love it.
Well, you should be very proud of the school. Let's talk about how many students is it? I think it's K to 5.
Okay, CD, 4-year-old to 5. We have 570 students.
Wow.
We are already overcrowded, but we have a great, great group of children.
So great, Ms. Davis. Let's talk about some of your unique course offerings. I understand that you offer Spanish and computer classes and some other classes that this elementary school population just loves. So tell us about those.
We, of course, have the same course offerings that the district gives us, but our parents and our teachers want more for their children.
Absolutely.
So our PTA works very hard every year to raise funds. The district gives us a part-time computer, and we wanted a full-time plus some after-school work with computers. So we fund the additional computer, and we fund Spanish. We have a full-time Spanish teacher, which we are very excited. We feel like it's really beneficial to our students and our students.
Okay, so I called you the chief principal. So how long have you been principal at Mount Pleasant Academy?
I've been principal here for 26 years.
26 years. And how long have you been with the district?
I've been with the district for 46 years. I think that's why I'm the chief. I'm the oldest. Been here for 46 years, which I came the very first year of consolidation. Since we've been Charleston County School District, I've been here.
Wow, that's amazing. So I know you have a breadth of knowledge. I'd just be curious, any tidbits you'd want to share about 46 years ago, what's changed, what stayed the same, what you have experienced just in being here and seeing so many things that have evolved?
I have experienced lots of changes. I came here 2 weeks after I graduated from college, so of course I was a little young to really understand all the changes and naive to understand the changes that were going on, but of course I've been here through integration. I've worked in all parts of the district. The school that I started teaching at is no longer even in existence. Wow. And I've moved up from teaching, from media to teaching. I've worked in the district office. I've been an assistant principal, and now I'm at my favorite job.
And I bet you are. Just, being here and walking through the hallways, I met teachers, I met parents and even some students, and they just love being a part of the Mount Pleasant Academy experience. I know that you do a lot of special events and activities to get the community, to get the parents involved with their children's education. Is there any one or two that sticks out as your favorite?
I love our back-to-school cookout. We do it in our backyard, which is absolutely beautiful. It backs up to the Intercoastal Waterway. Yeah. I love doing that because this is a chance for the new parents, for all the parents to meet their new teacher and to get together. We try real hard to be a family. We focus on academics. We work real hard when we're at school, so we do try to do things after school hours to show that we have fun and that we are a family and we're all in it together. We work to help each other.
I know that your school is in a neighborhood, so do you have a lot of students walking and riding their bikes to school who live nearby?
We do have lots of bikers and parents who walk, golf carts, so forth. But one thing that's sort of unusual about our school is over a third of our children are transfer students.
Wow. Wow. And so why do you think that?
I think they want to come to our school because we have a good school.
No, and I mean, that's awesome. I mean, just driving up and seeing the school, and, I saw some parents dropping their children off today, and then I did see a few walking. I said, that's great. I mean, that's what, when you think about a true neighborhood school, a neighborhood that embraces the school, I noticed that, and that was warm to me to see that, and I'm sure it warms your heart as well.
It's a true neighborhood school. When we were in our old facility, of course, we were really a true neighborhood school because we didn't have space, but we moved over here and had room for more children, and word spread, and we have people who join us from other communities throughout the district, and we're real glad to have them here.
Well, that's great. Now, Ms. Davis, is there anything else about Mount Pleasant Academy you'd like to share that I haven't asked you?
I think we have fun. We're a beautiful school, but we strongly focus on academics. Our goal for our children, for all of us, is to show increased student achievement, which of course is measured by MAP testing and particularly by PASS testing. That's what we're doing, and that's what we're focused on, and that's what the children are going to tell you is most important. So it's fun. We love each other. We have wonderful parents, a wonderful community support, the most fantastic teachers you would find anywhere. But we're all focusing on academics.
So, Ms. Davis, your school, Mount Pleasant Academy, has been recognized for so many awards across throughout the years, from state to national and even local and regional. Let me know, how does that make you feel to be recognized among some of the best schools in the nation?
You always feel good to be recognized. As I have said before, we work so hard on student achievement and improving our student achievement. So we love being recognized. Probably our favorite award we received in 2003, which was the National Blue Ribbon No Child Left Behind School. We received it the first year that the government, the State Department of Education, selected you. You did not apply, but you were selected based on certain criteria. We were fortunate enough to be invited to Washington, D.C. and presented the award by our president.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Davis, for joining me here on this edition of CCSD Today. We'll be back with more of Mount Pleasant Academy and with our chief principal.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Lowcountry since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We're convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Hey, Everett German, we're back on CCSD Today, a former student, alumni of Mount Pleasant Academy, and we are here with the principal again and just talking about history. 1809, the oldest school in the state of South Carolina. Talk a little bit about what it means to be here at Mount Pleasant Academy.
It's a real honor to be here at Mount Pleasant Academy. I could not be prouder of a place where I have spent the last 26 years of my life. We are not only the oldest school, but we're among the highest achieving schools in Charleston County and in South Carolina. When we moved here, of course we left here, our school was demolished and we moved back. We wanted to make sure we kept the history of our school alive, so we worked to research, and we've done a display that shows the different places that in Mount Pleasant and on Mount Pleasant that our school has been located in all the years that it's been in existence. We moved back here to our new facility in 2009, and we celebrated our 200th birthday when we got back here.
Talking about that, Ms. Davis, let's take a look at this kind of chronological order of the school and the history. And as you mentioned, it started back in 1809, and well, it looks like not necessarily a building, but more along just a kind of like a house. Talk about the older venues for Mount Pleasant Academy.
I think when, from what we've been able to learn, the early years we just went to different people's houses. I guess different parents took turns hosting school. Then in 1827 we had our first permanent building, which was on Bennett Street. It's now a home. Of course, it's totally renovated. It's a beautiful old home. And we continued to move to different homes until the 60s, and finally in 1895 we moved to what is now the Darby building on Pitt Street, and continued with different school buildings. And this was our building previous to the one, this is the one that was torn down on this same site. This is the first building that was on this site. And in 2009 we moved back here to our brand new facility.
Yeah, you're right about that, Ms. Davis. This is when I attended, and this is what I remember about Mount Pleasant Academy, and a considerably smaller school now. And now you look at the gorgeous school. You've been in this facility now for 5 years. Just, I mean, when you look at the pillars outside, but it really does a nice job of just kind of capturing what the Low Country and really Mount Pleasant is about. I know some of the structures here in the actual school with the boats and the sails. Talk about some of those features in the new school.
We wanted to bring the old and tie in the old with the new. If you'll look at even the front of the school was modeled after our school in the early 1900s, with the bell tower and the columns and so forth. But we brought with us some tiles that we had, handmade tiles that have been with us for years that the parent made us. And we also kept our old employees in mind. We had named different classrooms and programs after them, and we brought those plaques back and celebrated them when we celebrated them again when we moved back over here.
Well, I think anybody who attended Mount Pleasant Academy, the one name that they'll always remember is Herman Manigo, the janitor. He's been a staple of this school for so many years. I know you named the cafeteria after him. Talk about Herman Manigo and bringing him with you to the new school.
Mr. Manigo had been here a lifetime before I got here. He was here maybe close to 50 years. When Mr. Herman started, he told us stories about how he would have to come to school in the dark, 4 o'clock in the morning, and shovel coal into the furnace to get the school heated up. And he was with us until we left our former building to move to swing space to build our new school. So he still, until recently, he's dropped by to visit us. We invited him to special events, and he is definitely one of ours. We love Mr. Herman.
Now, one of the neat things that I like about the new school, the amphitheater behind the cafeteria, in terms of the great view out there at Sullivan's Island, that's pretty special. You don't see that at many elementary schools.
You don't see that. We love our property. We couldn't give up our location. But as you walk out our back door, we walk out into an amphitheater with seats. We do programs and events. We do our May dance out there. And on a clear day, you can see the Sullivan's Island Lighthouse. You see the Intercoastal Waterway with the boats going by. We have the marsh right at our fingertips. We had to put up a fence to keep children out of it. So we are so fortunate to be in this beautiful school in this beautiful location.
It's a double-level school now. You get upstairs and downstairs. Right. And I know one thing that really caught my eye was the computer lab and just the abundance of computers. As we know, kids learn differently these days. Talk about the importance of having those computer labs in the school and accessible to the kids.
We have a computer lab upstairs and downstairs. The one downstairs is an open computer lab. It's accessible to the kids to come in and do individual work if they're finishing up a project or need to type something they're doing, or teachers can bring them in. Our lab upstairs is housed by Ms. Basu, our wonderful computer teacher, and kids are scheduled in there. We're working real hard now on keyboarding skills. That's a hard one. integrating what we're doing in the classroom into technology.
And, you know, you talk about that technology. I know it's a bunch of smart boards. Just those days when I was here, Ms. Davis, you know, you had to get the erasers, and well, I don't see many erasers anymore because of smart boards. But the school's just fully technologically up to speed. So really, you guys are really the top of the food line when it comes to elementary schools.
We are, in more ways than one. We certainly are. We are pleased with our facility. It's wonderful. Our neighborhood, our parent support, our students' academic achievement, our teachers and the support staff. We couldn't ask for more. I am just so fortunate to have spent so much of my time here at Mount Pleasant Academy.
Well, I tell you what, Ms. Davis, thank you so much for taking some time and kind of giving us a tour of this beautiful facility. And I'm sure there's any other Mount Pleasant Academy alumni that want to stop by and just say hi and check it out. I'm sure you'd be more than welcome.
We would love to have them. We are proud to do tours and show them our school.
All right, so there you have it. That's Ms. Davis, the principal here at Mount Pleasant Academy. We'll take a break. More of CCSD Today right after this.
Some problems are tough. Reaching your customers shouldn't be. Blue Wave and Comcast have the creative edge to make you stand out from the crowd and connect with your customers. Whether you need a commercial for television, video for your website, or a custom-made website, we are the easy solution for every advertising problem.
Welcome back to this edition of CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and I'm standing here at Mount Pleasant Academy with PTA President Hunter Carrison. Thank you for joining the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Great. Well, tell me about what you do as PTA President and why you do it.
I think first and foremost, I'm a parent. And I'm a parent of two girls who received an exceptional education here. And they were nurtured, and the teachers are fantastic, and the community is a solid and caring community. So when you talk about a village, Mount Pleasant Academy is one. So having said that, doing something to benefit the school felt right.
Great. So tell me about some of those things that you do. I know you have a Seaweed Spirit Fest and some of the other activities that you do. Tell me what some of those are.
The PTA here is very involved, and it is a committee of people, so it's not just me. And there are a number of people who've been involved for years, and then we have the new parents that come in with fresh ideas. Right now, we do everything from events that just bring our families together to fundraising to make sure that our school does provide our children the best education possible. For example, this year we did what's called Seaweed Spirit Fest, and it was really a lot of fun, and the kids had a great time, and I think the parents had fun too. But it raised money to sustain our computer lab program and our Spanish program, both of which we would not be able to have. So the parents did that all by themselves, and the teachers really made it happen with their enthusiasm and support. So we're really proud of that.
Well, I mean, you should be proud of that. I mean, to be able to raise funds to support two teachers is extremely significant and a model that I'm sure that those watching from other schools would want to follow. You talk about your children, and I know being the PTA president, you're here often, but tell me how important that is to you to be here and be involved in their education as a parent.
Well, as a parent and as an owner of a small business myself, you have to pick and choose what you're involved in. But there isn't a better cause than the school that your child is in, how many, 6 hours of the day, 5 days out of the week. And you're really placing them in the hands of a teacher that forms them and builds their confidence. And that's happened for me here with both my girls. And so it just felt good to be part of what I think is something we can all feel really proud of.
Right. In addition to the Seaweed Spirit Fest, I know that you do have other events. Can you talk about what those are?
Well, we do a number of fun events. Like I said, that bring our parents together. We do Holiday on the Horseshoe. That one comes to mind first just because I've been working with that one for a while, and the kids sing, they learn their caroling songs, and they come here and they get to eat all different kinds of food, and we have vendors that come, it's just fun, really. Everybody comes together, and they're jump castles, of course, because there's, you know, elementary school jump castles.
Don't forget the jump castles.
Together, you know. So we have that event. We do a book fair that is an extensive book fair. There was a lovely art show. There are a number of green initiatives that we have. We have an entire green committee.
Oh, great.
And they just keep us environmentally sound and on the right side of the green. So we do a number of things with that group. We have a back to school cookout that's lots of fun. You know, we really have a good time. But most of it centers around the children. They're all at the core of everything that we do.
Now, Ms. Carrison, I know you have all of these events, but I mean, and the parents support them, but I know you must have some other community partners who assist with putting those events on. So talk about those a little bit.
We do. Every year we reach out to family sponsors and corporate sponsors.
Okay.
And our corporate sponsors don't always have to have children at the school. They just see the value in supporting the school. And our family sponsors, it's a nice way for families to say, okay, I've got this portion of dollars that I'm going to allocate towards my child's education. So we ask for a number of different levels at the beginning of the year, and we're grateful that people support.
Tell me why this school is the school, because I'm sure you have other options, but why is this school the school that you've chosen, not only for your one daughter who attends here, but the daughter who matriculated through this school? Why did you choose Mount Pleasant Academy?
Well, I'm relatively type A, so I'll have to just make that confession. I know that's on air now, but I actually looked at a number of schools, and I'll have to say we looked at a private school, and then there was a teacher here, and she's still here, and she's fantastic. And I thought, if she is any indication of what this school is like, and her name is DeVoe Carter, but if she's any indication of what the rest of the school is like, let's try it for kindergarten. So we came for kindergarten, and interestingly, it was when they were building this new facility. So it wasn't even when we had this beautiful, pretty facility. It was when we were in the ad hoc Wando. And, you know, with kind of leaky ceilings and everything else. And I was blown away by the education that they got, by the teachers. I mean, really, we have the best set of teachers. And by everything that the parents did, and how engaged they were, and how nurtured my child felt. And so we decided, no private school for us, and we'll be supporting the public school system. And we've been supporting that public school system ever since.
That's awesome. Thank you for supporting the public school system. And I want to, of course, encourage you who are watching to continue to support Charleston County School District. I'm Erica Taylor. We're at Mount Pleasant Academy, and we'll be right back.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We are convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Here's a question for you. What does this look like? It may look like a blank screen, but it's really an opportunity for you to reach your customers. With a great television commercial, video for your website, or website design, Comcast and Blue Wave Productions can create the right message to get you noticed. Call today and take the opportunity to make your business stand out from the crowd.
And welcome back, everyone, to CCSD Today. I'm Everett German. Well, I'm now joined by an old friend of mine who happens to be the Mount Pleasant Academy 2014 Teacher of the Year, Elizabeth Smith, and I know her as Lizzie, so we'll call you Lizzie. Lizzie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, talk about being recognized as, well, the best teacher at Mount Pleasant Academy. A abundance of great teachers, but you're recognized as the best this year. Talk about the award.
Thank you. I'm definitely not the best this year, but thank you for that. I was voted Teacher of the Year by my peers back in October, which was a true honor. This is my third year teaching here at Mount Pleasant Academy, and I submitted an application for the District Teacher of the Year back in November, and recently went to the gala with Miss Davis, and it was a huge celebration honoring all the Teachers of the Year, and it was fantastic.
Out of all the professions that you could have chosen, I should say, why a teacher?
I actually decided to be a teacher when I was in about 3rd grade here. I went to Mount Pleasant Academy, this very school where I teach now, and was very inspired by some great teachers who I had here.
Now, it's one thing to be a teacher, but you specialize in special needs kids. That's who you work with. A very challenging, but I'm sure rewarding profession. Talk about your experience as a special needs teacher.
Thanks. Yeah, this is my 10th year teaching kids with special needs. I started teaching in North Charleston and took a 6-year break when I moved away from Charleston and moved back and have been here for 3 years. And I've worked with kids with learning disabilities, with autism, with mild to moderate intellectual disabilities, and then some individual disabilities like hearing impairment and things like that. So a variety of kids with special needs, and all at the elementary level, so 5 years old through 12 years old.
We're here at Mount Pleasant Academy, obviously today. Why Mount Pleasant Academy, and what makes Mount Pleasant Academy special to you, in addition to obviously going here as a student yourself?
Right, well this is, I think, the best school in all of Charleston County. I absolutely loved my time that I had here, and when I heard that there might be a position opening up here, I actually tried to wiggle my way in. I already had children attending here, and so I interviewed and was offered the job and was delighted to start here. And it has lived up to my expectations. It's the most amazing staff, and Ms. Davis is a phenomenal principal who has been so supportive and just lets me do my job and trusts me to do it well, and I really appreciate that from her.
You know, and the one thing that I've noticed, Lizzie, just talking with some of the other teachers as well, is longevity. It seems like there's no turnover here at this school. Talk about, as a teacher, how rewarding and comforting that is to know that year in and year out you'll have the same peers working with you.
It's wonderful. I really haven't known a school where there has been a lot of high turnover to know the difference, but I really appreciate the maturity and the real master teachers that we have here. I've learned so much from working with them, and I certainly go to them when I have questions, and I've gained a lot from their wisdom.
All right, we'll take a break. More when we come back.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick.
And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year.
But that won't be me.
Or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you. Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Locally sponsored by Ford. Ford is in the race for the cure.
Here's a question for you. What does this look like? It may look like a blank screen, but it's really an opportunity for you to reach your customers. With a great television commercial, video for your website, or website design, Comcast and Blue Wave Productions can create the right message to get you noticed. Call today and take the opportunity to make your business stand out from the crowd.
So there you have it, everything about Mount Pleasant Academy, plus so much more. You've been watching CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we'll see you next week.